to my live series, where creativity meets cutting-edge technology. I'm Mel, and on this channel, we explore the fascinating world of AI and content creation. Whether you're new to content creation or a seasoned pro, this series is all about helping you tap into your creative potential using AI tools that can elevate your work in ways you've never imagined. In this series, we'll be diving deep into tools like Midjourney for AI-generated imagery and Canva for design, but that's just the start. I'll be sharing other incredible tools as we come across them, anything that can help you create faster, smarter, and more beautifully. The goal here is to not only show you how to use these tools, but also to inspire you to think outside the box and find new ways to bring your vision to life. This live series is about more than just tips and tutorials. It's about building a community of creators who are passionate about what they do and eager to learn together. I believe AI is changing the game for creators, and if you're ready to embrace this evolution, you're in the right place. We'll push boundaries, challenge ourselves, and grow our skills in ways that truly set our work apart. So, if you're ready to join me on this journey of creativity and innovation, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. By doing so, we'll be supporting not only this channel, but also your own creative growth as part of a community that's dedicated to mastering the future of content creation. Let's create, innovate, and inspire together. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live. So for today's agenda, I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction on who I am. We're going to talk about the importance of a professional website, the key elements of an eye-catching design, whether it's the colors, the fonts, and the images, examples of successful websites and why they work. We're going to be doing a live demo, of course, where I'm going to be designing a Shopify website from scratch using Canva and Midjourney, which is what we've been doing for the past few days. This is the same website. And we're going to do a step-by-step breakdown of the tools and techniques that are used for designing. Of course, this is a live Q&A. This is what I do want to give you guys personalized and feedback. I also want you guys to be able to ask me any questions that you may have in relation to the topic that we are working on today. And then at the end, we're just going to do a summary of key takeaways and bonus design tips for consistency. I do want to call out that Grinchmas is over. Sorry guys, Grinchmas is over. Now we are doing the Black Friday sale. So like I told you guys, Grinchmas, it had been going on for about 20 days. And with that sale, everyone was getting 50% off. And I did announce that it was going to be over. So for those of you who made your orders in and booked the one-on-one sessions before the sale was over, that is great. A lot of you guys did do that. Now there's a new sale. This is my Black Friday sale. And basically it started this morning at 12 a.m. And I've added some new stuff to the menu. So one of the things that have been added is website development. So if you guys want a website, you guys have been with me as I was walking you guys through the Shopify website. If you guys are interested in getting your website designed, it is on sale. This is the sale price for $300. It's $299.99. It's on sale for that price. And that includes me creating images for you. Once that sale is over after Black Friday, the price is going to go up. There's also website AI images. So let's say if you don't want your website design, but you just want the images, like I've been creating images, that is on sale for $200. And now the one-on-one consultations are on sale for $100. The regular price was $150. The sale price for Grinchmas was $75. but now it is $100. And all of the prices are already marked down on the website. I'm just going to pull up the site for you really quick. All of the prices are already marked down. So if I go over to the site, um, this is it right here. As you guys can see, this banner, and then there is the branding services with the Shopify website design. As you can see, it is now $299.99. If I click into it, you will see that both options, whether you're doing AI generated product images or whether you're providing your own images, they're both for that sale price of $299.99. If you want to do your own images, there is a section here where you can drag and drop your product files, or you can just select on browse to kind of browse what images you have on your computer to add it in. But my suggestion for you guys is, hey, AI generated product images, I'm doing it all for you for that sales price of $299.99. And the regular price is $500. So I do think that that's definitely a steal. I have been working on ebooks. So far I only have this one. There's more that I'm working on. I've been working on a goal getter workbook for you guys. It's going to be called the Creator's Vision, and this is just a workbook where you could put in your goals and track where you are, and it just kind of asks questions. I don't want to give like a sneak peek of everything else yet because I'm still working on the design, but as you can see, it is a 20-page workbook. It's not up on the site yet, but it should be in the upcoming days. Of course, we got the stock images. So I have added new images to Pretty Grinch. I don't know if I updated it. Yeah, it's 60 plus images now. Before it was 40. So if you guys have purchased that collection before, go back to the link in your email so that you can go back to that file and see more of the images we have. And it is on sale, 22% off. The regular price was $5. Now it's $3.87. And you'll just see that everything else here is already automatically marked down as well. Canva templates. Same old Etsy Square listing mockups is our new product, and it is on sale for $6.87. And everything in the treasury is on sale too, just 5% off if there's anything you're interested in, such as the notebooks, the tumblers, and more. There are going to be more products that are coming, but that's not going to be a part of our Black Friday sale, unfortunately. But like I always say, I'm a one-woman show, so sometimes it does take a bit of time for me to kind of just get everything in here while also taking care of my clients' needs as well. So before I jump into the tutorial, I do want to remind you guys to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. This is an old screenshot. I have more than 35 videos, and I definitely have more than 616 subscribers. We're at over 1K subscribers. Yay. Make sure you scan the QR code so that you are subscribed. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Also, please make sure you are a part of the Facebook group. It's called the June Creation AI plus Content Creation. And the reason why this is very important is because this is where I provide all of the updates on when I'll be on live or not. So, I haven't been on live with you guys since Tuesday. I didn't go on live on Wednesday. I didn't go on live yesterday because it was Thanksgiving. Here we are today. And it is through this channel that I'm able to communicate what my next moves are. So now, without further ado, that's enough for introductions. We're about 10 minutes in now. I do want to get into the tutorial. Actually, sorry, I do want to You guys, I was on mute this whole time. I wanted to talk about the words that motivate us. So I wanted to say shout out to Monique. She said, "Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy life to teach us without holding back any valuable knowledge. Your transparency and genuine approach mean the world. I've learned so much from your content and have been able to execute my ideas more effectively because of it. Keep being your authentic self, and I know God will continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Monique. God bless you too. And yes, I do take time out to teach you guys because I want you guys to win. I want everyone to be a winner. And that's why there's no gatekeeping on this channel. I don't hold back, and I pretty much tell you guys everything that you need to know. I do try my best to be transparent, and I am a very genuine person, which is why I do these live Q&As, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging when you guys are stuck or don't know how to create something or have a question. I want to be able to answer your questions in real time. And a lot of people, not only Monique, have been reaching out saying that they've been able to be inspired and they've been able to learn and been able to kind of, execute all the ideas that they have because they're able to look at this channel as a guide, really, on how to start their brand and how to continue their business running. So, thank you so much, Monique, and thank you for all of you guys who are always supporting and showing up on the channel. I see all of you, and I appreciate all of you guys for joining. Shout outs to NSF Gifted Services. Thank you for joining. Charm City Babe Boutique. It is amazing to see you here again. You are one of the people who are joining the live every single day, and I really appreciate it. And I see you guys. All right. Now, let's get into the tutorial. So where we last left off is that we were doing this website for Pursuit by Brittany Ashley. This is the client of ours. So this is her old website. And I don't know if you guys are a part of any of the groups that I've been in, but a lot of people, or some people, I don't want to say a lot of people, a few people here and there have been bringing up the conversation of things not being authentic or things being false advertisement. There is no false advertisement here, okay? Everything that I create, all of these images that I've been creating have been pretty much like in the likeness of what my client provides, of the services she provides. I had posted these images and someone was just like, oh, this is false advertising. Oh, this is this. Look at this bar right here, right? If we do a before and after, and I just want to show you guys, let me see if I can find that bar. This is this right here. This is it right here. This right here is what my client has, and this is what I created. Where is the false advertisement? So sometimes people do make comments and they do have opinions and they do have things that they say, and this is in no way false advertising at all, because if my client went and paid a photographer for $300, what would that photographer do? And I can come up with those prices because I do photography, so I know how much they charge. That photographer would take it out of the box and would put it on a slab of wood, add some moss under it, add some turmeric roots around it, and snap their camera and take a picture for $300. When my client got this image using Midjourney, like I created this image for her using Midjourney. And even if you guys do book my service where I create the images for you, you get more out of the prices that I give, which is why I try to give fair prices as opposed to hiring a photographer to do it. And I also show you guys how to do it in Midjourney as well, which is the most important thing and the most important part of this all. I show you guys how to do this, So let's get into it. Just give me one moment. One moment, guys. I'm sorry. Someone is at the doorbell. Okay. Sorry about that. I do have company coming over, so we'll see how long we can stay on this live. So this is an example of our client's product, and this is what we're able to generate with Midjourney. This is my client's label. So if we come over to her website, we basically pulled that label off of another label that she had from one of her products. I can't find it right now, but you guys were here for those of you who were on the session when we were creating it. And also, just all of these other images are images that we're creating with Midjourney. And if you, like I said, went to a photographer to do it, they would charge you so much more just to put all of this together, which is why I'm here on the live teaching you guys how to create this. So with the service, it does come with 20 images, and currently we have about 6 images. I am gonna wrap this project up by this weekend. So we're gonna try to do as much as we can on the live, and then we are going to get into it. So someone said, hey, Feminine Melanin, thank you for joining. Pamela Thompson, thank you for joining. Hello, everyone. I was just giving you guys an update on the website. I see that my clients' images are not popping up, and this is why it's important. The website is important. When I do design the websites, it's more than just designing a website, it's the speed and it's everything as well. So you guys make sure you guys book the service. So we're gonna get started in creating the next product. So right here, she has an activated charcoal and turmeric massage bar. So these images are generally a little bit harder to create because of the shape of the image. We can try to recreate it. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it, and I'm just gonna take a screenshot of a few others as well, just so that we can kind of get moving along with the images that we're creating. Let me see what else we can create. Okay, she has this Botana hair oil, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find a mock-up for this using Envato Elements, which we always use, like I've shown you guys. She has a calm me down body butter, so we can get pictures of body butter as well. Just gonna take a screenshot so that we can gather these images. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down below. Like, share, and subscribe. So the first image I took a screenshot of was that shampoo bar, or like the charcoal massage bar it was. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to go to Midjourney. And you guys can see some images because I was working on trying to create the perfect image for that workbook, ebook that I'm creating for you guys. I'm just going to drag and drop this image here. And let's see what that image was called actually, because I'm not exactly sure of what the name of the image was. Okay, guys, so this was the activated charcoal and turmeric massage bar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy the name of this, and I am going to paste it into Midjourney. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste it, and I'm gonna use it as an image prompt and see what it generates. And like I mentioned, it does take a minute or so for an image to generate, and we're gonna see if we can get away with it with the image prompt, the style prompt, or the character reference. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter. Okay, so the images has generated, and this is what I mean by when we have an image like this that looks like this, it might be a little bit harder to recreate it. So as you can see, this is what it's giving us. But what we're gonna do now is we are gonna try to use it as a style reference instead. So I'm gonna hit enter, and I'm actually gonna change my aspect ratio. I forgot to change it to square. So I'm gonna remove this right here, and I'm just gonna hit enter, and then I'm going to do the character reference and see if that will help us too. So as you guys can see, we still don't have the exact desired results, but it's giving us something, and I'm just trying to see if there's something we can use. Right now, this does look like the closest possible option. I personally am not a 100% fan of it. Someone said to the audience, if frozen, refresh. Are you guys frozen? You guys can't see? Let me know if it is frozen. So this is what we have as a massage bar. I personally don't like this. I'm actually going to do a search and see if anything else exists of that nature, where we can use them as a prompt or an image reference. And it doesn't seem like we can. So I would say the best option for a situation like this would be to take that type of bar, and use the stock image that you have, or take an image of it yourself and then do a mock-up of the actual ingredients instead. So since we have an image for that already, and there are ways that we can still get an image, but for the sake of time, I don't really want to get too deep into it. My recommendation is that you do continue to play around with Midjourney, until you find the desired result. Because as you can see, this is not too far off, right? We can try to rerun it. We can try to do a lot of things. But you'll have to keep playing around with it until you get your desired result. But in the meantime, what I would do is I would say product photography, because there are ways you can get around this. Product photography of activated charcoal and turmeric, um, spread out on marble background. And I would just hit enter and try to get another type of image for this. For the original image, you're gonna have to keep on hitting rerun. So as you can see, I was able to get this image, right? Where you can see the charcoal and you can see the turmeric. And I do think that this is something that we can use as a secondary, not primary, but a secondary image for our product. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download that, because that's going to be one of the things that we are going to add on. Another image we said we were going to create is the body butter. So the body butters are actually my favorite. So the body butter that our client has was called the Calm Me Down Lavender Body Butter. So I'm going to go over here to her website, and I'm going to actually look for it because I want some more details, because that's going to be the aesthetic that we're going to add around the product. So let me come here and I'm going to type in body butter. So this is the Calm Me Down body butter right here. And what I want to know is what ingredients are in this body butter. So it says lavender, jasmine, chamomile, and sandalwood, I believe. So I'm going to see, all right here. I'm going to copy this and I'm just going to paste it here. And I'm just going to say body butter product photography mockup. And I'm going to select on enter. So this is what we're able to get with this. And what you can actually do, let's say if you don't want it in that container, right? We can do use, and we can use this again as a reference, like one of these images. So let me do like maybe a style reference, and I'm gonna just be more descriptive in the prompt, because sometimes you do need to be a little bit more descriptive so that you can get the desired results. I think this looks fine, to be honest with you, but maybe I want the body butter to be creamier, or maybe I want to see the jar. So I'm gonna say lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood body butter product photography mockup, and I'm gonna say creamy body butter. And I'm going to say, um, in a glass jar, in a clear glass jar. I'm just adding a few keywords here and there to see what I'm able to generate. Okay, so this is the image that we got as a result. And the big change really is that the container changed. So before we kind of had this container, we had this other container here as well. This pretty much still looks the same because we use the style reference, but it's just giving us a more creamier texture because that is what we asked for. This one right here, when we used it, does look a little bit tougher. And I do feel like this kind of gives it that extra creamy texture. But let's say if we still are not satisfied with this image, one of the things we can do is we can go to the Explore tab, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in body butter because maybe I want one of those images where you can see the body butter like this, or where you can see the body butter like this, right? We're going to look for the type of body butter that we want. And that is what's amazing about Midjourney and the online version of it, is that you can find certain images that you can use for the mock-up of what you want. So let's say if we wanted to use this image and I added it over here. And let's say if I went back to the create bar and I used the text, and instead of using this as an image reference, let's use it as a style reference. And I'm going to keep my text that says lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood, creamy body butter, product photography mockup in a clear glass jar. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit enter and see that if it will give me this style reference and give me this style of image. If you guys have any questions at all, because I know you guys have been quiet for the past few days, I know new topic. Usually we're going over Midjourney and Canva, and lately it's been a lot of, you know, Shopify. So just let me know how you guys feel about it, and we'll go from there if you guys have any questions. So this was the style reference. I'm gonna try image reference because I'm feeling like it's looking a little bit too much like that style. Maybe I need to be a little bit more descriptive. So if I come in here and I say style reference, maybe I need to be more descriptive with what I saw here. So instead of saying, creamy texture, product photography, etc., and we see more of a difference here when we use it as an image reference. I'm actually liking these. But we're going to go back to the style reference, and I'm actually going to be a little bit more descriptive with the prompt. So I'm going to say, all right, lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood creamy body butter product photography mockup in a clear glass jar. Background is a marble. Background is marble, is white marble. Or we can say, okay, background is white marble is fine with me. Sprigs of lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood spread out. I'm just trying to be as descriptive as possible so that we can get the desired result that we want based off of this image that we're using as a style reference. And I'm going to hit enter. But in the meantime, what I use as an image reference isn't bad at all. I actually like this image. I wish the background wasn't that pinkish hue, but we can change that. And the way you would change that is by making the changes in the prompt. We didn't do that in the prompt. All we did was take the original prompt that we put and use this as a style reference. So that's what we got as a result. And because the style is pink, this is why it's giving us this pink color. So we can actually go back to the Explore tab, and I'm actually going to type in white body butter this time. Maybe we want something that's more white, more creamier looking. And the reason why I'm taking you guys through this exercise of doing it over and over and over again is because sometimes that's what it requires. Sometimes you don't get the same image in the first generation or the first prompt that you're using. Sometimes you kind of have to do it over and over until you can get your desired results. Someone says, I like the marble additive. I always use wood or marble. I do too. I just feel like it just gives it this elegant look. I love the look of wood and marble when it comes to these type of products. So we're just looking through to see if there's any other body butter style that we like. There's so many to choose from, but you want to choose the right one that goes with the aesthetic of your brand. This is the one that we were using, which was nice. However, because of the pink and peachy colors, it was just getting a little bit too pink and peachy for me. But there are white body butters as well, that we can use. We just have to look. You know, Sometimes you just have to be a little bit patient when it comes to stuff like this. Let's try to use this one as a style reference. So I'm going to go back to the create tab, and I'm just going to go to the prompt. So lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood creamy body butter product photography mockup in a clear glass jar. Background is white marble, sprigs of lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood. I keep saying sandywood, guys. Sandalwood are spread out. Okay, and I'm gonna hit enter and see what we get. Someone says, I am happy that you showed a process because some feel like it is super easy, then they start and get frustrated after 2 generations. Shaking my head. Some people do feel like it's super easy. And I want to tell you guys that it's not always that easy. It's easy to a point where it's doable. You can absolutely do it, and you don't need to have experience in graphic design. But sometimes you do kind of need to take your time when it comes to the products that you're creating to ensure that you're getting the outcome that you want. And sometimes we have, some obstacles along the way. For example, we are trying to create this image and we just kept getting pink. We were getting this, and this actually didn't look bad at all, right? This was without the image generation. But now here we are using the style references and we're getting these images. And I actually like these images. I think the jar could be bigger because this does look small. But then again, the jar in the style reference that we were using was small. And what you need to do is just try out different things. So let's say instead of using this as a style reference, we use it as a image reference. And I'm just gonna say in a clear, I don't know how many ounces this jar was. Let me see if it's labeled. So this is an 8-ounce jar. So let me just type in 8 ounces, or let me even put 12 ounces. 12-ounce jar, just so that we can kind of get a bigger image. And I'm gonna hit enter. Then I'm gonna do the same thing again with that prompt, but with a style reference, and see. And let's say if you don't want to use the images we find in Midjourney as a reference, remember there's also Google as well. You could go to Google and you can type in body butter. Whoops, body butter. And we can go to images. Let me put whipped body butter. There's so many images that you can find on Google that you can use as a reference as well. If you wanted to look whipped, you could put whipped. If you don't want it to be whipped, you don't have to put whipped. This would be nice if it was white. White body butter in glass jar. Google is also your friend, guys. Google is also your friend. Like for example, this image right here, right? I think this is a good image. Let me take a screenshot of it. I'm going to show you guys how to use it as a reference. So there are different options that you can do. So let's go back to Midjourney and see what it created for us. So the jar has gotten a little bit bigger, right? We went from having like a smaller jar and I put 12 ounce, and I do feel like it got a little bit bigger, like so, or like this. And I just need to confirm with my client. So when I do these things, right, because we were talking about earlier about making sure that we have the accuracy that we need for the website. So when I do get a chance to talk to my client, I'm going to confirm with her what the consistency is of her body butter. I don't know what the consistency is at the moment, right? I share these images and I say, does this look consistent with the consistency of your body butter? And if it does, then that's great. And if it doesn't, then we regenerate the image again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the images that we used as a screenshot from Google, and I'm going to drag and drop it right into Midjourney. And I'm going to use this as, let's try like an image reference maybe. And I'm going to go ahead and use that same text, and I'm going to do enter and see what we get from that. Just trying out different things until we get the desired result. So to me, this is a bit better, right? I think I like this one. You can see the size of the jar much better because this one was more of an overlay image. And the reason why we were getting that overlay view is because we had an image that was an overlay. And this is actually an image of like a small facial cream as opposed to a body butter, which is why it was smaller. When we started adding the size of the jar, we were able to get that bigger look. But when we found an image on Google that kind of showed more of the jar, this is able to generate this type of image for us right here. And I think I'm pretty happy with this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download it. And remember, we're not upscaling until we get to Canva. If you guys have the basic plan of Midjourney, wait till you get to Canva to do all of your upscales so that you don't waste your upscale so that you don't waste your image generations on just upscaling. And the other image that I said I wanted to take a look at for my client was the image of her botana oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Envato Elements. And I'm going to look for a bottle mockup. I don't know what they call those bottles. I don't know if it's like a serum bottle or eyedropper bottle. Let's just try eyedropper bottle mockup and see what comes up. So there are some eyedropper bottles that are coming up, but these are photos. We don't want photos, we want graphic templates. For the graphic templates, I am not seeing those type of bottles, so we're gonna probably find another word for it. What is this calling it? Let me see what they're calling it for the photos. So yeah, it's called an eyedropper. Let me just do graphic templates, eyedropper mockup. Okay, here one is right here. There are a few here, and we want one that looks like my client's eyedropper bottle. And let me just see if I can find it for you guys on the website so we can do a comparison. I have so many tabs open, you guys. So I'm just going to search for it right here. And what we see with this eyedropper bottle is that the top is black and then you see the oil inside. So sometimes the most challenging thing is to find something where the liquid is inside. We have this bottle here where this is gold, but we can actually change it to black in Photoshop. I think this looks very much like it because of the texture of this right here. So, you guys, this is where we're going to open up Photoshop. Let me make sure this is a Photoshop file. Yes, it is. So we're going to download this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up Photoshop for you guys really quick. One moment. So once Photoshop loads, I will go ahead and open it up for you guys on the screen. In the meantime, shout outs to everyone who is making purchases and taking advantage of our sale on the website. You guys, I feel so out of my element a little bit because I haven't spoken to you guys in a few days. And, I've just kind of been taking these past few days off to enjoy the holiday. So if I feel like I sound a little bit quiet myself. So if you guys find me sounding a bit quiet, you guys already a bit quiet. I know it's the holidays. There's been a lot going on, and we're back at it today. Trying to make it like we never left. So we're gonna continue to do that. All right, my Photoshop is loading. One moment, guys. Okay, let me share my Photoshop. Let me select on this button. Okay, so this is the button that we have here. Sorry, I said button. These are the bottles that we have. And the difference between the other bottle and this one is this portion right here where it's gold. For the other one, it's black. So we're going to find out how we can change that gold to black. So I'm just selecting on a few things to kind of find out where the color of that button lives. Someone says we're focused. Okay, we're trying to find out the color of this thing right here. Okay, cap hue, I would say that it is. Let's double click and see if that does anything. I don't know. I don't know if this is the cap color for the cap. Yes, it is. The thing is, though, we want to change it to black without us messing up. I want to say, hold on, let's see. Like if I do lightness or darkness, you kind of start losing the texture of the cap, which is why we don't want to do that. Guys, I haven't been in Photoshop heavy in so long that there are some things I do need to brush up on. I'm not even gonna lie. But the bright side is I did find where this cap hue was. Now we just need to change it to black. And I don't think any of this is gonna change it to black for us, because these are just different hues and different. Let's see. Just seeing what these different options are. This is more of like a gray. I might have to get back on to you guys for this. This is one of the things where I'm gonna need to play around with it a bit more. There's definitely a way to change the color. I just need to figure it out. But it can definitely happen, as you guys can see, because we are in here trying to change it to other colors. We're just not getting the black color that we want. And once we mess with the lightness, that's not what we want, because then you lose the texture of the object or that portion of the image. So we want to keep it at 0 for sure. We just have to figure out a way to change the color. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But my whole point to say is if you have something like this, which is the Batana oil, we can change the design, and we can actually change different colors on the bottle. I do feel like this is the bottle that mostly resembles or more likely resembles my client's image. And with Photoshop, as you can see, when I click on certain things, it kind of just takes me to that portion of the layer so that I can go ahead and edit it. So once I click on this, it selects on this whole bottle and I can just hide this bottle or the frame of the bottle. And if I selected on this, it would take me, to different portions of things and I can edit them. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Let me know if I'm losing you guys, if you're understanding what's happening. But basically, we're getting these mockups from Envato Elements. There are a few other tools that we can use as well for mockups. But Envato Elements has been one that I've been using for years. And it's been working for me. It's been working for me. If I select on the design, this is where I would come in and I would change the labels. So I probably should work on new labels for my client. I'm going to ask her if she wants any new labels because she hasn't sent me any of the existing ones. And we're going to go from there. But let's say if you wanted to edit the label directly from Photoshop, or even if you wanted to create your label in Canva and use it on this bottle, it is simple drag and drop techniques. Let's say if you didn't want this background to be this color, you can change the color of the background. You can remove the background. Someone said makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm glad that it does because I thought I lost you guys for a second. You can change the color of the background. You can change the text. Where it says dropper bottle mockup, I could literally just say, this is a Batana oil. So Batana oil, or actually Batana oil. I'm gonna put organic here. Organic Batana oil. Let's say if I don't want this square here, I could remove it. Where it says AV, so it's telling me that this font is missing in this text layer, which is Alter Wave Extra Bold. So the same way that you can get fonts from thefont.com and add them into Canva, you can do the same thing with Photoshop. It tells you the name of the text layer that you're missing. So if I was to take this and I was to put it in a website to find it, whether it's thefont.com or any other site, I have the name of the font and I can find it if I want to keep it, or I can just replace it with something else. It replaced it as a default to Myriad Pro. I can come in here and I can change it to something else. So I'm going to select on Myriad Pro. Let me select it up here and look for the other font that I want. And basically we're just going to choose some letters to say. I'm just showing you guys an example of how we can change. So I'm just going to leave it as per, right? Because it's supposed to be per suit. But remember, what we're looking at right now is not the full wraparound. It stops right here. So you wouldn't put the full word here because the idea is that it wraps around to the back. And we could recreate this in Canva as well. And then I would just put in some words here. So, you could go to ChatGPT and kind of ask it to give you a quick statement on Batana oil. So let me switch that screen really quick. I have a Batana oil. Whoops, I'm in all caps. I have a Batana oil. Am I spelling Batana right? Product. And I am designing the label. What is a short sentence I can put on it? I hit enter, but nothing's happening. ChatGPT has been acting up for the past 2 to 3 days for me. So let's try that again. I think too many people are using these tools now. I don't know what's going on. Let's try again. Yep. See, saying something went wrong. Sorry, guys. We're on our own with creating the messaging. But it's okay. We got this. Let me actually use it on my phone. I think it will work on my phone. I've been having a lot of issues with the desktop. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT on my phone. And I'm just going to say the same thing. I'm sorry that I can't show you guys because ChatGPT doesn't work, but I have a Batana oil product. Give me one sentence to put on the label. Okay. So ChatGPT says pure organic botanic oil, nature's remedy for radiant skin and hair. So I'm just going to put here nature's remedy for radiant skin and hair. I think I want more sentences. Let me say 2 more sentences. Okay. Cold pressed and 100% natural. Experience the power of organic hydration for glowing skin and luscious hair. Someone said, "Thank you for doing these. Weekend girl, you're very, very welcome. We're doing this together to try and, enhance our website and enhance our brands as much as possible. So I want to change the color of this actually. I think I can change the color right here with my color picker tool. And let's say if we were to make it like a color that's more in tune with the color of the brand. I also want to change the background color. Let's see. To change the background color, I believe that we would need to... I haven't done this, guys, in so long. I need to find my way back around Photoshop again because I need to do a Photoshop tutorial for you guys. But also my computer is acting slow because I am clicking on everything and it's just acting up a bit. It's definitely acting up a bit. Like I'm clicking on these layers and nothing is happening. Okay, let me do this. Trying to see if there's a way for me to change this color overlay. Yes. What if we made it white? Or you guys, I'm like getting a refresher right now for Photoshop because it's just been so long. Okay. So basically how I got here was I double clicked where it said background, where you see the color, double click. And when you double click it, it should open up something that says layer style. When it says layer style, you're going to go over to color overlay and you're going to select the color that you want to change the background to. So I'm settling on this color for now. I'm just going to remove this right here because it's just not needed. So I'm going to delete that there. This is supposed to say 100, not 1 dash dash. So let me fix that really quick. Okay. I don't know if I like the gray and teal. I kind of don't. So we are going to go for another color. I want it to be white, but I want it to not be like white. Like, let me see. Okay, if we do okay, I'm gonna need to change the color of the text. So let me change the color of this text to black. And let me change this as well. I'm gonna select on OK. And I'm gonna save this by just doing Command S or Control S, or you can do File, Save. I saved it already, which is why it's grayed out. And when you come here, you're gonna see your new design like so. Isn't this amazing? And we can recreate this in Canva as well. It's best to start creating it in Canva, and then so you can get an idea, and then you can kind of like drag it into Photoshop, where you can crop it to be the size of this, what you need if it's going to curve around, and have your mock-up that way. So, like I mentioned, I do want to bring this up again really quick. I do this when it comes to website development. It is on sale for $300. My website does have the ability for you to pay in four, so you would not be paying it all at once if you don't want to. Some of us like to do the four payment installments, so I did make sure that that is included. And stuff like this. This is why these are priced the way that they're priced. This is a special offer from the original price, which is $500. And that is because sometimes it does kind of take some time to get the desired result. But I'm very committed to making sure that my clients get what they need. I'm committed to making sure that the colors match. Right now, we're just going through things really quickly. But ideally, the color of everything would go together, everything would flow together, and you guys see yourselves the different tools that I am using. So that's why I do have this for you guys, the special offer, $300 for website development. Or if you're just interested in the images, $200. And it's definitely worth it, because when you are starting a business and when you are pushing stuff for your brand and trying to get people to buy your brand, the most important thing is your website. If your website does not look good, people are not going to trust you. If the images look to be of poor quality, people are not going to trust you. If the website is not functional and working properly, people are not going to trust you. So, very, very important stuff. But like I said, no gatekeeping on this channel. So everything that I do behind the scenes, I'm showing you guys up front on Photoshop and up front here on this live how to do it, how I'm using these tools, how I'm getting these images, because you can do it yourself too. Someone says, I like the white. I do like the white as well. But these are one of the things that I do need to further discuss with my client, because we didn't really talk much about product labels. But I wanted to add that segment in because she has her labels. I wanted to add this segment in due to the fact that we're doing this live, because I want to be able to show you guys how to edit these different things. So that's how we would do that. Now let's come back over here. And let's go back to the Shopify site, right? So the other images that we created, let me take a look. I think I downloaded them. We have the body butter and we have the charcoal turmeric scrub. So we're gonna go to Canva and we are going to add a page, right? I want to keep everything in one project for this website. So I'm gonna drag and drop this. I'm gonna expand it. And as you can see, there's some writing here. This happens sometimes when you're writing prompts. When you see the writing, that does not mean that it's taking someone else's image. A lot of people think that. That is not what that means. This is an AI thing. You're typing in words, you're typing in prompts. So sometimes it just takes that information and does whatever with it. But we can easily remove this, and we can do so by selecting on the image, going to edit, going to, magic eraser, And we're just going to brush over it like so. And we're going to click on erase. And look at that. It's gone. It's that simple. We're going to X out of this and we are going to upscale our image. So like I said, the upscale image app is already on my Canva tool, but in case you don't have it, you can go to the navigation menu where it says upscale and you can type in where it says search Canva apps. You can literally just type in upscale. Once you type in upscale, it will show you some upscaler tools. And the one that I use is the one with the butterfly and the magnifying glass. So I'm going to select on it. Once you select on it, it does auto add it to your navigation menu under the apps. So you don't need to worry about searching for it every single time. Then when I select on the image, I'm just going to do a 2x upscale. That's what I've been doing for all the images. It tells you already your image is already high resolution, which it is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to upscale it at 2x. Okay. It shows us the before and after, and it's going to be very hard for you to see those slight differences, but they're there. The quality of the image does update when you do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to click on replace. So now my image has been upscaled. Now let's say if I wanted to adjust some of the hues of this image, right? I can select on edit and I can go to adjust and I can increase the whites. So if I did this, it would increase the whites, which you don't want to do too much. You can change the temperature of the image. So we can make the temperature a little bit cooler, going towards the blue side. You can make it brighter. There are different things that you can do. We can increase or decrease the contrast of the image. We can increase or decrease the highlights of the image. We can increase or decrease the shadows. We can make it more vibrant or less vibrant. I'm just trying to find ways to make this product look a little bit more on the white side, which it is. We can desaturate a bit, but I'm not going to desaturate too much because we do have the lavender and these sunflowers in the background that I really don't want to change. But let's say if you wanted to change the color of this flower, which we won't because it's a sunflower. And if we change the color, then it's not going to be a yellow sunflower anymore. And that's not going to make any sense. But you can change different things as well. But I'm fine with how this image looks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this image. Before I download the image, I do like to look at the grid view. I told you guys the grid view is the way you can see how all of your images kind of go together. These are all of the images that we've been uploading to the site. Some of these, like for this one, we're not using this one because this is an edit of this one where we removed this blob for the eye scrub. This we hid, so when we download it, or if we download everything, it doesn't download this. There are just different things that you can do. So I like how the grid is looking. I like how the aesthetic of this image just kind of flows through with everything else. We do have other lavender products. So we have this that was going together with this, I believe. So I just feel like everything just flows together, even though they're different products. So I'm just going to get out of the grid view and I am going to download just this image. I'm going to select on download. We can keep it as a PNG. So remember I told you guys I hid an image. We saw an image was hidden. That was page 5, which is why you see when it says selected pages is pages 1 through 4, comma 6 through 15. So any page that you hide will not show. But we are not going to select all of these pages because we have them already and we have products already. All I want is the current page, which is page 15. So where it says all pages, I'm just going to select all, then deselect, so you can deselect all. Then I'm going to select on the current page, which is page 15, and hit done. And then I'm going to download it. All right, once that's been downloaded, I'm going to go to ChatGPT actually. Ooh, ChatGPT is not working for us, but let me try to refresh and see. Let's go to ChatGPT because what I wanted to show you guys and what I wanted to do was show you that you can take the image, drag and drop it into ChatGPT and ask it to give you a Shopify product description and hit enter. So it looks like ChatGPT might work for us. So it says whipped lavender and chamomile body cream. Indulge your skin with the ultimate hydration and relaxation experience. And you can say add the typical emojis and Shopify description style from previous prompts because I felt like it was giving us something else last time. And to get that, what we got last time, let's see if Shopify uses this memory, which it looks like it is because it's doing the how you'll love it, how to use key ingredients. But what you want to do whenever you're creating the descriptions for everything is you want to go to your previous, let me find it. You want to go to your previous ChatGPT thread to do this. So I think this was the previous ChatGPT thread right here. So I'm just going to continue on over here. I'm going to drag and drop my image. And that's what we did for the last item, which was this translucent golden glow bar for the honey, turmeric, and sea moss. And I'm going to say, give me a Shopify description. So I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to paste it here and hit enter. So I want it to be as consistent as possible as everything else. Consistency is the key word here because you want everything on your website for the most part to be consistent. So we're just going to wait for that to generate. And it says lavender chamomile whipped body butter. Wrap your skin in the soothing embrace of our lavender chamomile whipped body butter, a luxurious blend of nature's finest ingredients, etc. And it gives you the key benefits. It tells you why you'll love it, and it tells you how to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to say remove whipped because I don't think it's whipped for my client. I'm going to say remove whipped and give me a name of the product that's similar in style to the other names. Lavender Bliss Butter. Okay. Give me the updated Shopify description. So it's gone ahead and given us the updated description. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste like so. I'm going to come here and I am going to add the product. Right here, I'm going to paste that description. I'm going to take the name of the butter that it gave us, Lavender Bliss Butter. I'm going to keep it as active. For the tags, we added bestseller. What else did we do? Just bestsellers. Okay, we can add it to bestsellers. And this tag gets auto put into a collection. So once we save it, you're going to actually see the collection name. I think the collection is called bestsellers as well. And you can make certain collections appear on the Shopify site. And this is where we update the inventory. So let's say if I put 10, this is a physical product, so we're going to keep it like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop the image. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save. And now we have the additional product here. If we go over to the online store, remember we were testing out different themes. So sometimes you can do the free theme. This is the theme that came with it called Taste. I don't like that theme at all. There's Dawn, which is really good, but we were looking at Unicorn, and you can actually see a preview of it. So we haven't really put the site all together yet. But if you want to look at the products all on one page, this is the product we just added. This is how it looks. And you just kind of see how aesthetically pleasing it looks all around. Okay, so you guys, today is Black Friday. So I do think because of the holidays, people are traveling. The viewership is a little bit lower than it usually is. I do need to wrap this up for my client. So I am going to wrap this up. And I think for the next live, instead of going through every single thing, I'm just going to show you guys the finished results. And then we're going to move on to the next topic because we have been talking about Shopify all week. Um, Really only 3 days because I didn't go live on Wednesday and Thursday, but we've been talking about this since Monday. And I feel like I kind of given you guys the groundwork that needs to be done for this. I've kind of shown you guys the groundwork that needs to be done. Really, all that's left for me to do is number one, I do need to add some banner images because I don't think this is going to be the image that I'm going to use. We can use this image for something else further down the page, but I want it to be a banner so that once you get on the site, you see the banner. I think I'm going to keep Brittany's faves because my client said that she really likes this. So we're probably going to keep this. We're probably only going to limit it to 2 images. So as you can see here, it's 3 images. That's because this got added because I added it to the bestsellers collection. So I can either A, remove it, or B, I can also go in the Shopify settings and limit the amount of faves that are shown. I liked it when it was 2. When it becomes more, it just becomes a little bit too much. So we're going to keep this at 2. You have to like have that visual, you know, view of it, that you have to keep the aesthetic in mind of how you want it to look. I'm probably going to add a few featured promotions. I'm going to ask my client if she has any promotions coming up, especially since Christmas is right around the corner. And I'll probably remove some of these tabs or some of these sections as well. Some collections will probably be here. So right now we have 2 collections, like the bestsellers. The next one could be, something else. I'm probably gonna rename this to Brittany's Faves because that's actually what the collection is on the front page, the home page. But this is examples where, let's say you don't know what type of collections you want. This is where you can use tools like ChatGPT, where you can go in and say, let me go back to an older chat because I don't want to mess up the thread that's giving me all the descriptions. Let's say that I have a organic skincare company that sells different products. What are some ideas of collections I can add to the Shopify website? So it can be like hydration heroes, glow getters, clear skin solutions, age gracefully, sensitive skin saviors. I actually really like these. And I do feel like this is really in tune with the branding for my client, especially because we have a lot of um, products that have the word glow in it, right? So let me go back to the product. We have like the Glow Kiss Scrub, the Golden Glow Bar, the Golden Glow Clean Bar, the Golden Glow Eye Gels, right? So those 4 products alone, can kind of be under the glow getters. And this is stuff that helps with brightening for radiant and glowing skin. And then there are things like the Hydration Heroes, because I know that she has different serums, clear skin solutions, because she has different face bars and body washes. So you can kind of just ask ChatGPT to give you ideas. This one was by skin concern, but then there's the one that's by product type. Maybe you don't want to do it by skin concern, which I think from a marketing perspective, this is a good direction to go in. But let's say if you wanted to do it by product type, there is, the body butters and creams, the face masks and scrubs, the serums and oils, the cleansers and toners, bath and body. By ingredients, there's the lavender love, coconut dream, citrus bliss, herbal infusions. By purpose, it just gives you a bunch of different ideas. A bunch of different ideas that you can go with. I like the first one, which was by skin concern. So I'm actually going to talk to my client about this, and I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this so that I don't forget. But come Monday, when we get back on the live, hopefully everyone will have recovered from Thanksgiving and everyone is back home, and we can kind of just get, more people in here. You guys are going to see the final result, and then we're going to go into the next topic. I do want to remind you guys once again of the special offer, because it's going to end soon, right? You don't want to miss out. The website development, the AI images, the consultations, especially with the consultations, because the price did get a little bit higher. That $75 was the sales price for Grinchmas, and Grinchmas is over now. So that was the lowest that you would ever see it. I did get a few consultations come through before the sale was over. So those people were able to benefit from that price. But this is the next price. This is the next sales price. And after that, when it goes back to regular price, it's just probably going to stay there for a while, because I've done a lot of sales between Grinchmas, between Black Friday. There might be a Christmas sale, but I don't think it's going to be any lower than this price, to be honest with you. Because the lowest of the low was Grinchmas that I did, and that was for 20 days. So a lot of you guys took advantage of it, which is good. But for those of you who didn't, now is also the time. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure that you do subscribe. So that is it for today. I know this live was very short, but there aren't really a lot of people on the live today. So we're going to reconvene on Monday when everyone is back from their vacation, when everyone is ready to work again. Remember, Christmas is coming soon, so you guys should start getting started on upgrading your brand, because there's going to be a lot of traffic to it. It's Christmas and New Year's is the perfect time for these type of things, to just have it ready by then, so that when your customers go on, there's products that they love. They're buying gifts for their loved ones or for themselves. And a lot of people just like to hit the reset button in January. So there's no better way to hit the reset button than to prepare for that now, which is why I'm doing these lives, and which is why I was doing Grinchmas 21 Days of Canva. So we're going to end the live here. Thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.